Was your faith restored after a win over the Giants, considering that 35 minutes ago you wanted to become an Eagles fan?
No. I'm still with the Pack. But it's like the Ravens. Like, no, I'll take the W, but they have to keep improving. Now, I do think J-Lo played well. We saw the game-winning pass, perfect placement, great catch by Christian Watson. But yesterday, I mean, you look at his numbers, 13 for 24. They had 7 drops. 7 drops by the receivers. I'm not even counting the ones by the defensive backs. They should have had like 3 or 4 interceptions. I'm about to call Brian Gutekunst and tell him get Greg Jennings back on that roster. And bring your broadcasting mentor with you too. You know? No, but they were dropping balls left and right. And look, I still feel like the Packers have the ability to get to the Super Bowl. This is what I mean. I mixed it up. The Lions' schedule is not
as tough. Oh, you're talking about the Packers.
Look at the Packers. Their schedule is a monster. Because I don't consider Minnesota like a gimme. I mean, they're not as good as some of these other teams. Right. Division. You got
KW
2 against Minnesota. You got 2 with Chicago.
I don't think Minnesota or Chicago is good.
Chicago's 7-3. Okay, I'm just saying. Right. And you got Denver and Baltimore and Detroit.
Okay.
So, like, they got their – look, on the good side is that Chicago is a team you're fighting with for playoff position. Yep. So you got a chance to control that. Same with Detroit. But their schedule is really tough.
You really can cement yourself as the show's Packers guy.
I've been with J.O.
Brew wants KW.
No, I don't.
He wants out. He wants out.
No, I do not.
Again, as Wild said on Friday, you talk about the Ravens with such vigor and passion.
Well, they're my main pick.
I understand. But this team's 6-3-1. The Ravens are, and you're like, it's like,
The Packers haven't looked good since week 2.
Yeah.
And maybe, look, we know the Commanders aren't as good as we thought.
So maybe just
really
week
haven't looked good since week 1.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is.
But I'm with them.
He's with
I'm with them.
So, look, man, I don't need my faith to be restored. There was nothing wrong with my faith in this team. As long as they have Jordan Love, I recognize that they haven't had the same ability to run the football as they did last year. I recognize that. My eyes don't lie to me. What I do realize is Matt LaFleur is going to have to make a decision and say, Jordan, receivers, we need you to win games, period. I don't care who's available, who's not available. Their season is aligning very similarly, oddly enough, just like ours did when we won it in 2010. Like the injuries, the quarterback just depending on the receiver play, not really having the run game. Josh Jacobs gets hurt, Ryan Grant got hurt, Jermichael Finley got hurt, obviously Tucker Kraft gets hurt. They're going to need more out of Jordan Love and these receivers. You talk about those drops, we can't have that. They have to be better for their quarterback. I think that they will. And more importantly, probably even that side of the ball, defensively, they cannot continue to give up so much yardage. I know they're not allowing a lot of points at times, but just allowing teams to build confidence like the Giants, like you did and provided for the Giants and that Jameis Winston-led team, like you can't keep doing that. When you have the talent that you have on that defense, you got to close these games out and help your offense out.
What are the Steelers going to do with
Well, we're not talking about the Steelers here. We're talking about the Packers. This is a tricky game from which to draw any firm conclusions, primarily because it was against the Giants. You have the new coach bump factor, and you have Jameis Winston at quarterback, a player known for oscillating between looking like an MVP and a backup within the same game. So, defensively, what can you really take away from this performance? Offensively, the Packers are dealing with their own set of issues. Injuries, offensive line struggles, an inconsistent run game, and the absence of a key target like Tucker Kraft. I've always maintained that Jordan Love is a great quarterback, capable of making any throw. So it's not a matter of needing faith restored, as some are suggesting. This leads me to a recurring theme this season. What does it even mean to look great anymore? The analysis pointed out the Packers haven't looked great since a certain week, but but I'm not sure what that standard is. What team is consistently dominant week after week on either side of the ball? Not the Eagles, torched by the Giants one week, shut down the Lions the next. Not the Rams or Seahawks, not the Bears or Lions, not the Chiefs or Bills, not the Buccaneers. The Packers themselves are a prime example. One week they hang 30-plus on the Cowboys, and the next they struggle to move the ball against lesser opponents. Their defense can look elite, then give up a ton of points. It's all a bit goofy and unpredictable. While every NFL season has its chaos, this year feels amplified. At this point, what matters most isn't a team's style or consistency, but its sheer ability to find a way to win and make plays when it counts. This makes predicting anything nearly impossible. If the Eagles and Packers met in the NFC Championship game, does anyone have any real confidence in what that game would look like? A 3-0 defensive slog? A 38-35 shootout? Anyone who claims to know is just guessing. We thought we knew how the Eagles-Lions, Chiefs-Broncos, and Bills-Buccaneers games would unfold, and we were all wrong. It feels like someone took a board game, threw all the pieces, dice, and the board itself into the air, and said, "All right, let's play." That's the 2025 NFL season. It's chaotic, unpredictable, and honestly, awesome as a fan. But it makes analysis incredibly difficult. This is why the questions dominating the discourse, do you have more or less faith in the Eagles, Broncos, Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, are so hard to answer. My honest answer for almost all of them is, I don't know. People want emphatic, definitive takes, but the reality is that every single team looks both capable of winning and losing on any given Sunday. We saw definitive takeaways this weekend, like Josh Allen's superhuman greatness, or Bo Nix's ability to deliver in a massive moment. But for a team like the Packers, with an experienced quarterback and established coach, a win over the Giants doesn't provide that kind of revelatory insight. My faith in them remains exactly where it was. I believe they can win, and I also believe they can lose, just like every other team right now. When Bryce Young throws for 500 yards and Josh Allen struggles against the Falcons, or when Mac Jones has better numbers than Patrick Mahomes, how are we supposed to make sense of it all? I genuinely don't know. I'd love to hear how you guys are processing this chaotic season. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree, let's get some discussions going. Let's get into some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. Please consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and would love to have you be a part of it. I want to build something we all feel connected to and are really excited about. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really helps with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.